You know uh, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try this again, but I'm not gonna go to a TV station, news station, or anything like that. What I'm gonna do again is because when I had a mobile auto service in North Chicago, I had a Corvette and I had a floor jack and I worked on all the Navy people's cars, just doing tune-ups and brakes and stuff. So I had went to Office Max and I had my mobile auto service card and stuff with my telephone number on it and stuff like that. But when I went to Channel 3 with some Five Alive cards to tell people what to do in a gun involved call to the police, uh, uh, what they should do and not have any sudden movements and keep their hands clear. And when they, even though you're right or wrong or the good guy or bad guy, to hold your hands up. And when the police comes towards you, uh, to handcuff you, relax and let your arms go limp and stuff and shut up for one thing because like I say, they're like little computers and they got tunnel vision and they ain't trying to hear shit that you got to say until the scene is secure. So I think I'm gonna go I know I'm gonna go on the first and make a few thousand of these cards in my frame of mind, and then have a reservation or reserved to for them to critique the cards at the police station to make them better because they are police and they know what they want you to do to make things simpler to get to that secure situation. Just a reservation where they can come in, sit in the morning meeting like they do, and come up with the best solution for somebody to do something, not to get shot. So I'll make a box probably of a thousand cards, and have paid for maybe 4,000 cards for them to make better and take them to the police station. I don't want any credit for it, to keep these people from getting shot because maybe, just for the benefit of the doubt, maybe they think the police ain't serious when they come through that door, and they are. And some are trained, some ain't trying to hear it. If their own mother moved in a gun involved situation, her ass is finna get shot. And people do not understand that. Don't reach for no damn phone. Don't be talking, waving your hands, because that makes short circuits them. I'm telling you, any movement, just like I look for when you buy me, or in a threatening way. I'm looking at your shoulders, your feet, your eyes. If you looking left or right when you telling me something, all that. And people are like, especially police, are like little computers, and they can come up with the right answer or the wrong answer too. But I'm gonna make those cards. And my mistake was going to Channel 3 with the proof of how people died on the waiting list, and not telling them about I had these Five Alive cards that I came up with the idea myself. And what uh, I'm gonna do, uh, that and reserve them, uh, where one of the police officers, after they go in the morning meeting, say, well, okay, this is a little bit better thing than Leonard came up with. So take these receipts down there and get 8 or 9 thousand more cards. And by the way, he's got it where you got the steps of Five Alive to keep alive, and plus each officer, if he wants, he can get his personal number or badge on the back of the card. And so when somebody asks him for, can I have your card? He doesn't have to pay for it. It's just Five Alive on one side and his badge and his name on the other side for free. And they can take it from where I brought it and take it further. And then it is no excuse, because all I wanted to do was get permission from the police to pass them out on the light rail to some of these idiots, because they were getting shot left and right. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and that'll be my what do they call that? Contribution to humanity. That's what I'm gonna do, because I sure made a mistake of, it's 4 years now. Look how many, and I'm not saying those cards would have saved people's life. Maybe some of them, especially the mental patients, but it wouldn't have hurt, because I really truthfully think people don't think police is serious. They think they're playing, and they're not. If you think about it, on every call, they're not going to calls with a lackadaisy attitude. They're going to a call because they want to go to that call and go home and hug their kids. They shit. So if I go with a lackadaisy attitude one of these times that somebody don't want to go back to prison, my ass ain't gonna go home and hug my kid. You need to understand that. So I see all that in Chicago, and I know that they don't play. But up here, I think people think that they won't get shot. I think people think that they can go in their pocket and get a phone, and you ain't gonna shoot them. So that's what I'm gonna do on the first, because I do have money to do it, and I waste my money for the last couple of. I ain't gonna even say. So let me do something. Let me do something. Just like I tried to go to Invent Help with the cure of saving these kids from drowning, when I watched them drown in swimming pools for 7 years up here. My idea wouldn't have hurt anybody. I didn't want any money for the idea. I wanted somebody to take it from where I thought of it, and if you want to give Inventec $1,000, like they asked me to give them, or especially those rich people in Scottsdale, they could have said, look, he came up with the idea of sewing a chip into every kid's clothes under a certain age. If they fell in the pool, it sent a signal off to, if you had AT&T alarm, if you had any other kind of alarm system on your house, your phone could have had an app on it saying your kid just fell in the pool. You would have known right where he was. The fire department would have been alerted to, kid fell in the pool at such and such an address. If you were asleep on a couch off of opiates, your mother-in-law would have known at that split time. She could have called the next door neighbor saying, my daughter must be asleep. Can you pull my little son out of the pool? She's asleep again. That idea never went anywhere. And that same idea, just like a smoke detector, if you left your kid in the car, and I don't see how you could leave forget a kid in the car when you didn't forget that it was in your stomach for 9 months in a car, and you go shopping. I don't see how that happens. I really don't. But just in case, your car alarm say you left your kid in the car, asshole, or your phone say, ain't you forgetting something? Your kid is in the car, asshole. It would have went off when a certain temperature in that kid's clothing, Comic-Con bracelet or whatever it was, while you was shopping or while you was at happy hour or trying to get a job, and you left your kid in the car and stuff, and you come out crying and they give you lifetime probation. It would have told you your kid is in the car, asshole. So maybe I don't know. I don't know about that idea. I guess it won't go nowhere. And people maybe, it's hard to and heartless to say, but I think some of these people were trying to get rid of their kid. But an officer and a gentleman shit, and the officer that never come back. That's because I can't understand how you could leave a kid in a car. I can't understand how you could be that lackadaisy where you leave a kid to play around a pool or a pit of rattlesnakes up here in Phoenix, Arizona, or run across the street and not know where he at. But anyway, maybe I have to make some more cars for that, and just give them away and make them fall out of my pocket and say, hey, damn, if somebody can steal something from you, they'll take it up here in Phoenix. But if you give them something, they don't feel like they don't feel like they got it. Really, they have to steal it from you to feel like a man up here. Especially when you're from another town, to make them feel like, oh yeah, I just slicked this guy from the big city. They thought they was real slick, but we smarter than them. You be giving them something, and they don't feel like they got nothing. They have to feel like they stole it from you, and I see a lot of that up here. I know street game when I see it. Just recently over the years that I've been going to rehabs and meeting different people, but I was always a homebody, a mama's boy, the baby of the family, and I was sheltered from all the street life, but had to go to school and different things like that. Like I say, shit, my first domestic case was pushing a little girl out of her seat at 5 years old in kindergarten or something, only to find out at 3:30 she was in a little gang, and they chased my ass home, scratched me up, and I never hit a woman since then, and I'm 60 years old. But maybe I have to have these other cards. I'm taking those to the police station and with the reserve of them being able to get maybe 10,000 more with not paying a dime for them, just making them better, just to put that idea into their head to give to these idiots to stop getting shot, or even to make some police wonder why this guy went for something, because he didn't really know that you were going to shoot him. He didn't really know that you wanted to go home and hug your kids. He didn't really know that you don't go on no call with no lackadaisy attitude. Thank you.